The best way to describe the capabilities of our products is wherever there's an opportunity for a human-machine interface, we believe there's an opportunity to use our technology. Uniphy is responsible for providing a very different take on touch sensing. So if you take the mobile phone, well, one of the limitations of the technology associated with this is that it's applicable to flat surfaces. What we do is enable this kind of experience on three-dimensional surfaces. The other thing that we do, which is really important, is that we provide effectively what's referred to as a smart surface platform. Once again, I refer to the fact that this is a particular type of smart surface. We provide three-dimensional smart surfaces that you can have physical objects integrated into them, but you can also start combining other HMI features.
Our technology consists of simply two layers of an optical decoupler. The first layer of which is our transmission layer. Light is injected using our optical technology through an aperture. It energizes a plastic, which allows a certain amount of light to be encapsulated through total internal reflection. When a user comes to touch this layer, their finger disrupts the evanescent field. In doing so, in disrupting this layer of light, it's then projected downwards. Now, between the TX and the RX layer here is an optical decoupler. The light then enters this next layer of plastic. This is picked up by our algorithm and then gets translated into a location, but actually more importantly, an equivalent amount of pressure. So this gives us two really salient bits of information. So with that information, we can create some quite immersive gestures that allow for a very unique user experience, which is hard to get with other technologies. We can show you here the sort of dashboard from all the sensors, if you like. And what you'll see here is these corresponding segments around these parts are actually the cells which are divided up here on the RX plate. So when I introduce my hand, it will disrupt the evanescent field over the TX layer and it will fire down into the RX layer. Unique with our technology, if I squeeze, you can see the colours of the LED change. Now, this is not apparent with every technology you come across, like in mold electronics. This is what makes our technology quite unique.
There are huge opportunities. The biggest challenge that Uniphy has is, given the fact that we start with the idea that we can be integrated into just about any product that someone will physically interact with. I would say that as a start point, in terms of volume, you'd be talking 2 or 3 orders of magnitude more volume than is currently associated with a combination of tablets and smartphones and displays. So it's a huge market. Boiling it down, you've got automotive, for example, 80 to 100 million vehicles. But just imagine if the sculptured interior of your car, that is the door panels, right? The armrests, the headliner above, all of that can be made intelligent using our technology. And that's just a car. The core patent has been granted in at least 5 territories, okay? Including China, the USA, and Japan. We've got other patents that, in addition to those territories, have been granted in South Korea. We have about 5 patents that are at various stages of progressing through the grant system. And we've managed to convince all of them that this is just different.
So because we're effectively dealing with just 2 pieces of plastic, and they don't actually have to be moulded together at the same time, it could be 2 separate parts. It's very simple to be able to recycle this. You can take these parts, disassemble them, recycle them back into the material, which is a key advantage now, especially in automotive. This is a bit of a game-changing technology in that regard, because it means that the part cost is much lower and the volumes can be achieved in a greater yield, which means that we can get parts out with much more confidence and reliability than our competitors.
Now, we've got a relationship with Hyundai and Grupo Antolin. Those relationships are in place because both companies have acknowledged that what we are offering is fundamentally different from any other smart surface enabler technology. And the critical thing about Grupo Antolin, 1 in 3 volume cars shipped today has their products in it. So if you can imagine that as being an indicator of where we can be. The thing that I find incredible about Uniphy is that this is a business that could become highly accretive in a relatively short period of time. I think that this is a company that can easily aspire to being a unicorn beyond within a few years. And there aren't many businesses you can say that of, but I think you can say that of Uniphy.